We're going to discuss why now? What do we do now? Why now is a very important time in terms of our business. So this is for agent news only. It's for Epi-Digm ATM news, agent training meetings. So make sure that you don't use it to your prospect client. I think when you're using it for recruiting purpose, you can still use it. I mean, we can. Nobody, nobody will disagree that we're in a very turbulent time. And here's the slide. This is what's happening in S&P 500 from beginning of 2020 until yesterday. You see the big drop. It went all the way up to almost 3,500. We went down all the way down to 2,250. And then it's actually going up. I don't know whether people are saying that is it now the bottom is finally reached, or is it actually going to go down even more? Nobody knows. We're living in a very, very turbulent time. So what do we do with our investment? What do we do with our business? What do we do with our client? That's a question that we should ask. And I think this is a time that we actually need to go back to basic. What is our main core product? How would this product work in this turbulent and chaotic time? That's the very simple slide that I just made this slide yesterday. So it is not very sophisticated, but it just tells you about that product that we're dealing with. So the next one I said is, should I stay or should I go? That's why I asked you to listen to the music. Should I stay or should I go now? What do we do? I mean, there are a few options people have when it comes to money and especially the product that they have through us. What should I do with the IULs and fixed index annuities? I mean, one can say, hey, I don't want to make a payment. I don't want to make any future payments. I'm going to wait until this settles. So that's one perspective. Is that the good perspective? The other person may say, hey, I want to cancel it. The market is too crazy. I mean, I know that you said that there is guarantee, but I'm not comfortable. I want to cancel. And I want to put that money out and put it in somewhere safe. But the question is, where's the safe place? They may say, I want to put it in a bank. I want to put it in a fixed annuity. I want to put it in a fixed rate of return. So that's the question that people are asking. And I do see people actually requesting to cancel their policies as well. Is that the right choice? The other people may say, I'm going to continue making contribution. Is that the right choice? Market is down. Is that a good choice to continue making a contribution? Are you daring to the positive future? Is that what you're doing? And another option may be, hey, I think this is a sell time. This is when the index is low. That means I need to put more money. I'm going to put more money into this. I mean, you got these four options, you and your clients. And hopefully all of you are not only the agents, but you're also clients. So what do we do? What are we going to do with our money? So what I've done is that I just made a hypothetical scenario. This is a hypothetical index. It's not S&P 500. It's not Dow Jones. It's not any of our dynamic allocation index. It's just purely out of air. I just made it. It's a fully made up index. So let's say last year around this time, April 1st, 2019, let's say index value was 1,000. And let's say that April 1st of 2020, this year, index dropped to 700. So drop of 300, 1,000 to 300, that's 30% drop. And then let's assume that next year, in 2021, April 1st, 2021, index went up to 900. So which doesn't really went up to 1,000 that you've seen on April 1st of 2019. So if index is coming from 1,000 down to 700, up to 900, and you from one end to the other end, it still hasn't reached 1,000, the original value. Did you make your money? Did you make money off of this market? Or did you lose money? Are you breaking even in this money? How would that work? That's the scenario that I'm going to discuss with in with the product that we have, index annuities and index universal life. And basically, people move their money based on two fears. One is a fear of losing money, FOLM, fear of losing money. So they're saying that I'm going to lose money. If I stick here, I'm going to lose money. I'm going to pull the money out. The other portion of the other part of the second fear is the fear of missing out, FOMO. Everybody else is making big money. I'm not the only one who's making big money. I want to make big money. I'm going to dump in more money into this. Which is a right emotion, or is either one of them right emotion? So that's the scenario that I'm going to look into, right? So let's begin with money in your account already. This is the money that is already in account. You have accumulated a certain amount of money. And on the right-hand corner, you have this index that I just typed in. 2019, 1,000. 2020 is a 700. 2021 is 900, right? So let's say up to April 1st of 2019, you have accumulated $20,000. And market went down 30%. 1,000 the index value was 1,000 to 700. Now it is 1 year later, April 1st of 2020. So what happened to your $20,000? Had you put your money in the account for that entire year and you haven't done anything, what happened to that $20,000? We know that $20,000 is still $20,000 because there is 0% GMIR. What's GMIR? Guaranteed minimum interest rate. So you haven't lost a dime into this. And there are people, I mean, I heard this question, and this person had a question. I don't think he or she fully understand the concept of it, but I can see where the question is coming from. And this person said, what if my total actual contribution was only 15,000? Now there's a 5,000 of gain. Would I lose 30% of 5,000, the gain that I have? What's the answer? The answer is no. Not only your original contribution is protected, but also your gain you had until that point is also protected. You're not losing the principal. You're not losing the gain that you had until that day, because there is a 0% guaranteed minimum interest rate. No matter what happened, that 20,000 is the lowest you're going to have. So that's one thing that it's telling you. Then what does it tell you? It tells you that your money is safe. Now, let's say he or she waited another year, and 2021 came and index went up to 900. It hasn't fully reached that 1,000. But if you look at it, from 700 to 900, there's a raise of 200. If you divide 200 by 700, that means you had 28.75% of gain. So what am I talking about is that there is a 28.57% gain. Assuming there's 100% participation and no cap rates on it. I mean, I put it there so that we don't have to mess up with this number. We don't want to make it too complicated. So assuming you're getting all the gains, you're getting 28.57%. So what happened to that $20,000 in 2021? You have 25,714. You got $5,000 more. You haven't lost anything. Now, is there a guarantee that index will go up next year? No, there is no guarantee. It could go down the other direction. Let's say you went down to 500. What do you have? You still have your $20,000. You will not lose money, but you have a chance of gaining. And what the history is telling you is that when there's a big downside, there's going to be a big upside coming. So what is the right choice? That's the question that I'm throwing at. What are we going to do with the money in our account already? I think answer is very, very simple. Now let's look at the other one. Let's say there's new money. Should we put any new money into this? Is that a good idea to put into this? Now, let's say for the sake of argument, you and I know the future. It started out at 1,000. It is now at 700. You know that it's going to 900. It's not going to reach 1,000. Would you still put your money in there? Let's say you are daring and then you put on $50,000 today. And when everyone else was afraid of negative 30% return, they just sinned. So what's going to happen next year is that if you wait a year, index is up to 900 once again. So that's 28.75% of gain from 700, even though it still hasn't reached that 1,000. So if you put on $50,000, that 50,000 will have a gain of 28.57%. So which means your 50,000 will be 64,285, even though the index did not reach original 1,000 index value. So what are we having? What's the right way to do this? I mean, once again, we don't know the future. We don't know what's going to happen. But eventually, we'll get out of this rut. Eventually, the market will come back. If market doesn't come back, we'll have more things to worry about than just our retirement money. So what is the right way to do this? Deal with this IULs and index annuity? Or how should we talk to our client? How should we handle our own money? I think this is clear what we need to do. I mean, the game is very clean and simple. With index annuities and index universal life, you'll have 0% loss. And once you have a gain, you will not lose it. That gain is going to stick with you no matter what. And if there's a chance of going up, what's the right thing to do right now? The chance of going up is stronger than chance of going down. I mean, it'll still go down. I believe that we still haven't reached out the bottom yet, but eventually it'll come back up. So are we ready to tell this message? Are we ready to continue our business and making a decision based not on fear? I don't think fear of losing money is good. I don't think fear of missing out is good. I think what we need to do at this point is that our clients need somebody who has logical who's logical and reasonable to really think through what will be the best way to do it. So question comes back. Should I stay or should I go now? What would be the best way to do this? Right? So this is the picture from 1980 to 2020 up until yesterday. This is the same S&P 500. You see the bumps on the road. Sometimes it goes up, sometimes it comes down. But where is the picture? Where is the graph eventually goes? It goes up. Back in 1980, it wasn't even 500. Now index is about 2,750, even after all ups and downs. What is the best way to do it? And once again, our product is designed so that you'll have 0% no matter what happened. And once you have a positive rate of return on any given year, that positive gain will not be lost no matter what happened to the market. It is locked in. So message is very clear. Are we stepping up to help our clients during this outbreak? We really need to help out the client, give out the right message, work on this, and we need to really be doing right thing for our clients. Once again, if it is a investment product, I cannot say this with that confidence, but with the product that we have, the worst we can do is 0. That means you will not lose your original contribution. You will not lose gain that you had before. So that's